Hi and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne and today we're going to get ready with using only sample or tiny sized products. I don't know why I want to do this, but I do. I've got some things that are truly samples, 1 or 2 use samples, and then I've got some that are just to fill in the category because I didn't have a true sample of the product. I'm going to use the tiniest one I have. It's tiny makeup day. So let's get started. I've already done my skincare and I've put my SPF on. It's the most important step for me because I have sun damage, the discoloration and the freckles, if you will, on my face are caused by the sun. So I want to make sure that I am well protected. I may or may not go outside today, but there are windows in my house. I usually do pop out on the back deck for a minute or two just to feel the humidity in my pores, and then I come back inside, grateful for the air conditioning. So I have a few options for a few things. Some things I just have one. So let's go. Okay, so the very first thing I have I have a few sample primers. This is the teeniest one I have, and it is the Dior Dream Skin. It is, there's some French, and I don't read French, but it's, look how teeny, I'm so excited. So I do have a full-size Dior primer that, let's use a brush, that I do like. It is several years old. I love the smell. This is one way to try something that you don't want to actually purchase because it's very expensive, is to try the little sample. A lot of these things were 100-point perks at Sephora, or they were gifts with purchase at Ulta. I am a thrifty person when it comes to some things. Obviously, I have a lot of makeup, and I spend a lot of money at the places that sell that makeup. But I do like to avail myself of the rewards programs and shop wisely. It is very rare that I purchase something that is not on sale, or I don't have some sort of coupon code for or something like that. It's a lotiony, smells so good. It's a lotiony kind of primer, and there's a tiny bit of tack, but not much. Again, this is the Capture Total Dream Skin from Dior as my teeny tiny primer. There's probably 3 uses in that teeny tiny thing. There's probably 3 uses, I would say. Didn't use a ton, but that's okay. Okay, I have 3 different options for foundation because I do, well, your girl's addicted to foundation. I love trying new foundation. I love having options galore. I love mixing. And so one of the things that if it is a choice of samples at Sephora, I will almost always, if there's a choice for foundation, I will always choose that. So I've got several here to choose from. One, I don't know what it is. It may be Fenty. I think this may be Fenty. And I try to choose the ones that I think might match me. That one's going to be too yellow, I think. But that one might be okay. But I also have the Hourglass Vanish stick little sample piece. I could do that. But then I also have something I know I love. I placed an order on YesStyle, and my Misha Perfect Cover BB cream. They sent a little tiny sachet that's probably 1 use of number 23, which is there's 21 and 23. I have both, and depending if I have any color whatsoever or if I need to darken or lighten another foundation, 21 is the lighter, 23 is it's not dark, y'all. It's just darker. So I have that, and I don't know which one to use. Should we use the Mystery Foundation? Is this Fenty? It's 105 and 145. Doesn't she have numbers? I own one, but it's like in the depths somewhere. I don't have to go dig it out to figure out. Let's see. Oh, I have a dog outside my door. Should we try the Vanish? Let's try it. Let's do it. I'm going to peel the little tab back on shell. So it's a little... How interesting. Okay, let's see what's the best way to get this on my face, and then we'll use our sponge to blend out. So let's see, I've got like a angled kind of, it's gross and dirty, so let's do it. That's how we like it here. That's a bit dark for being shell. Typically shell is could be sometimes too light. We're smacking it on. Okay. This is such an interesting way to use a stick foundation, is have it smeared on some tinfoil. Okay, I've got my AOA sponge. This looks really dark, y'all, for being shell. This is the lightest shade in that little packet, and I think this Hourglass sampler came with just the lightest shades. You know, some places will give you a sample of, you know, a range of shades, and so this is one of those that came with the lighter range. Y'all, this is dark. Look at that. That's dark, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're going to have to make it work. I am a fan of the, there's a hair on my face, the Torrid off-the-shoulder sweatshirt, sweater type of things. Got her. And I've been buying them and wearing them all summer, and I have a variety of colors, and some of them have graphics on them and some of them don't. But what it does is force me to make sure that my foundation is a match to my neck, because if you're wearing other, you know, accoutrement around your neck, you have a higher neck shirt or a, you know, collared shirt or something like that, you can sort of get away with it with some shadows and some bronzer and that kind of thing. You can. This is not one of those tops that will allow you to get away with it. That's okay. I'm not going anywhere today because I'm not going anywhere anyway. Ever. But that's okay. I do want to look halfway decent because I like to look halfway decent when I actually do my makeup. But it's also, you know, when you're trying a foundation sample, there is always the possibility that you don't have a sample of the one that has the correct undertone, and so you are trying the formula, and if you have a day when it's okay that it doesn't match so great, then you can, you know, just see if you like it or not. I do not own the Hourglass Vanish foundation. I don't plan on picking it up if today somehow I look, you know, like Fat Adele. She's beautiful, isn't she? And even Skinny Adele, but she doesn't look like the same person. But both of her people are okay. She's beautiful. But anyway, if the foundation does amazing things for me, maybe. But I have so many foundations, and I have a lot of stick foundations that I enjoy, but I think the drugstore does it just as well, if not better than high-end for stick foundations. They're not my go-to. All right, I'm going to call that. I'm going to call it done. I don't know. I mean, it blended in really well, and that's okay. So I'm going to sit that over there and try not to get that smeared anywhere because, you know, it's now an open container. Okay, we will use the other two on another day. I have a teeny tiny concealer foundation, a concealer product, not foundation. This is the Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer from Clinique. I actually have had this for a little while. I used it, and this is in Very Fair 04. I can't imagine what 1, 2, and 3 look like. This is very light. And it has a little teeny tiny squeezy nozzle. And you don't need much of this bad boy. That was way too much. That came out way too fast. Glory be. Do I have an eye primer? No. Then there we go. Okay. We have made mistakes, folks. Mistakes have been made. What are we going to do? Are we going to, okay, here we go. Y'all about to see some coverage times 10 here. Mama made some mistakes. We'll go back. Hang on. Just hold on. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. What have we done? Oh, my Lord. Let's do a little bit. Okay, we will make it. We will make it work. We're going to make this work. That was just way too much product. It's an excellent concealer. Clinique, don't sleep on Clinique, y'all. Don't sleep on Clinique. And I say that not knowing their range for other skin colors other than a fair tone, because that's what I am. But if you are fair, there are some decent products for you at Clinique. I am not a huge fan of orange foundation. And when I was younger, that's what Clinique was, it seemed like. I don't know how they formulated or who on their quality control team thought that this was the way to go, that orange was the wave of the future, but they were wrong. But they have seemed to pick themselves back up again. I think the turnaround for me with Clinique products was that 2-in-1 Beyond Perfecting, that beautiful giant doe foot foundation. I have used up an entire one of those, and I will absolutely repurchase that one. It's a decent price point. I think it's $27, somewhere near the $30 range. And it's an excellent foundation. I just loved it to pieces. The 0.5 Breeze color was perfect, and I loved that. So I will be happy to have that again in my life. But this concealer is also quite good. It's actually quite good. I don't know how it's going to do as an eye primer, but I don't have a sample of eye primer. Now, you and I both know that I probably have 55 little tiny full packets of Urban Decay's primer potion somewhere in this room. I don't know where it is, but we all got them. We all have them. They're all somewhere, of like every kind of flavor and design that Urban Decay had. Now, here's something funny. I did already use up the foundation in my color of this. I think I have the little packet. Yeah. Okay, so this is the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Cream Foundation. Y'all, this stuff is expensive. But I used the 00, and I think I liked it, and so I'm not sure if it was 0022, but I liked it very much. Maybe I mixed the two. Y'all, this has got some serious coverage, like serious. It comes in a little tiny pot, and it's extremely expensive. But this is the color in 77, and I was gonna try cream bronze because it's a really dark color. This is probably stupid, but we're going to do it because why not? I mean, seriously. Okay, let's use like a little kind of a stiffy, this is a Morphe M173, like a stiff, this is, y'all, I'm about to mess this up. Watch. This is going to be way too much. This is going to be way too much. I'm saying it as I'm doing it. Do you ever do that? You're like, this is a mistake. You keep on. Keep right on. Okay, it's probably terrible. Y'all, I barely touched my brush in that. Okay, do we want, like, let's maybe with this first? Let's stipple. I will never buy the full size in this to bronze my face. There will never be a day when I spend that much money for cream bronzer. I hardly ever use a cream, bronzer. I never contour because this face is not to be contoured. It's never going to be that way, but I can tell you this is pretty. It's blending out really. Look how pretty that is. Let's get the little sponge and do one once over here, and let's see what we got going on. Y'all, that was quick. So this is one of those products that I could probably use it 25 times. It's so, there's like, I used hardly any. I barely touched the brush in there, and so that's nice. Look at that. Do we need a little bit more? Oh, probably not. We probably just did it. We probably just broke it. I have that widow's peak up there, and I wear my hair back a lot. And so I do like to put some color, so a little bit darker color up there. It seems to balance out my face a little bit, and I always put it down. It's not like I'm not carving out underneath my cheekbones. You can feel my cheekbones if you push mighty hard on my cheeks, but I have full cheeks, and I'm okay with that. There, yes. Love it. Okay, let's not get that everywhere. There's still like 10 tons on this brush. I use way too much. Should we maybe? Oh my gosh, what are we doing? I don't even know. Let's do a little bit of that. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, this was a mistake. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. All the really skinny girls are like, hey, let's contour her jawlines. I'm like, could we get the giant jowls to go away? Could we do that? It's not, it's fine. Okay, let me not get that brush everywhere because I have a white vanity because that seemed like a great idea at the time. Twasn't. Okay, I have two choices for powder. I have a baby Tarte Smooth Operator. These were like coming in boxes and Ipsies and everything else. There is a sifter. It looks like powdered sugar. There's a sifter. It's everywhere. Let's use this for under my eyes. And let's just make sure that we aren't creased before we do this. Let's do it. Let's just set it. Ooh. Coconut? Does it smell like coconut, y'all? Is that a thing? Am I making that up? So this concealer does crease. Every concealer creases on me. It is the shape of my eyes. It's the shape of my under eyes. It's the amount of skin that I have. So nothing is not going to crease. So I just tap it out before I set it and then know that all day long I'm going to have creasing. Like, that's just a thing. It's okay. That set it really nicely. There we go. And then I have another teeny tiny powder that I have that I wanted to use too. It's the little Laura Mercier loose setting powder in translucent. Look at layers. This is so cute. This is the cutest thing. This one looks a little bit more obviously it's not like stark white. It's a little bit more yellow. And my powder brush is giant. Let's see if I can make a giant mess here. Oh, buddy, I am. Ooh. I have this in a full size, but I think I got the tiny one first to try it. As a point perk, maybe. I am a traveler for my job a lot, not currently. And so I do enjoy having some products that are in a tiny size, a mini size, just to save on space and weight when I am traveling. But things like a loose powder, there is no way I'm traveling with that big old Laura Mercier powder with me. It's too big, it's too messy. There is ever a chance that I will get that everywhere. I'll get it everywhere. What are you doing, you ask? All right, I have the high performance setting spray from CoverFX. Look at that tiny little baby. And there's a little ball in it. I tell you, with tiny products, they're slippy and they're little and they're, there we go. Let's spray real quick. Oh my. That first spray was not pleasant. I should have primed the pump. So I likely have dots on my face. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. So I usually set, after I do the big powder stuff, I'll do my bronzer and my blush in a little while. First, I want to find out what my eyes are going to look like. I have a tiny brow product that I'm super excited to use. It is the cutest little thing. It is one of those, it could probably be several uses. I may or may not be able to get the little wand back in. I've got the Benefit Gimme Brow. It came in a little tiny folder, and then it's got the little, come out. This is in 4.5, which is probably way too dark. And so you twist. Okay. How do we, okay. Oh, look at that. I thought it was going to come out from the other end. Okay, I might be able to put that back in. Excuse me. All right, let's just run this through. I do not have like a mini pencil. I don't have a trial pencil. I don't have, oh, I'm getting it everywhere. Hang on. We'll clean it up. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. Let's get a mirror here. This is super pigmented. I think I have this in 3, the color 3. Yeah, this is dark for me. You know, when you're doing your brows up close, so like, oh, this is not a bad color, and then you see your face with just the brows and no other color products on your face, and you're like, whoa. This will probably be just fine though. This is 4.5, a bit dark. I know I would typically buy it in 3. I have used up one before. I think it'll work. I can probably use that again. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these in the coming days. So that's the Gimme Brow from Benefit in 4.5. Throw that packaging out. Okay, let's do some eyes. All right, so I have a couple of things that are smaller, and I think I'll probably use my bronzer too. So I don't have like many, is that like a dot of setting spray? I don't have like a mini eyeshadow palette, like a trial. I don't know. I mean, I've got the Pat McGrath little tiny, not tiny, but but they're like full size, aren't they? Like the ones that are like this. I mean, they're not like her normal packaging at all, but they're kind of mini, but I don't, that's almost cheating, isn't it? I think it is. I'll use my bronzer, and we'll just do that. So the bronzer I'm going to use for eyeshadow and for bronzer is the Faced Chocolate Soleil. This is the medium deep matte bronzer, and it's in one of those packages that kind of just pop open. I've had it forever. I have a couple of varieties of the chocolate or the milk chocolate or the blah, 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 you know, ones of those. I don't think I have the pure chocolate Soleil medium to deep, because I'm not medium to deep, but we're going to try it today. And we're going to try it in the crease of our eye, and we'll use a fluffier kind of brush here, not kind of, a fluffier brush for this. And we're just going to pop that in, and that'll be our crease / transition shade. It'll just be a little bit light. I do like using my bronzer and even my blush and my highlight as eyeshadow when I am traveling, because it saves space, but also when I can't decide. I have a lot. That was more on one eye than the other, wasn't it? Okay. I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, a lot, and sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed, or I'm going for the quickest look ever. Quickest look ever sometimes is just one shadow, and I have my favorites for doing that. I can throw that on very quickly, but if I just don't know and I can't make up my mind, then it's bronzer in the crease and either blush or highlighter on the lid. Sometimes blush as above the bronzer shade in my crease, and sometimes not. It just depends on what color of blush I've got, what I'm wearing, whether or not I want that color peeping out above my crease. And so it's all dependent upon those three things. If you do that, you will have a very cohesive look on your face, because it is the same tones and you are sure to match. So you really want to match, use a cream blush and use it as a lipstick as well. Then you'll match all the way down. I don't know how that looks. I don't know. I feel like I got a lot more on my left eye the first go around, and so now I'm having to build up the right eye, and I'm scared to go overboard, because then you do that thing where you're like cutting your bangs and you all of a sudden you have like tiny sprouts. We'll see how that. You want to put it on as bronzer? Let's do that real quick. So I'm gonna use my angled bronzer brush real quick, and we'll just put that on as well while we have it open. We'll do it that way. I'm gonna be very, very, very bronzed today from that RMS foundation that I used, plus this on top. This is a medium to deep bronzer. Boy, howdy is it. It's pretty bronzed, but that's okay. I think it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna go over it very quickly with my powder brush to blend. I don't have a finishing powder. I mean, I could use either one of those loose powders as a finishing powder again, to blend everything together, but yeah. Okay. Bronzer done. Okay, so for the lid, I've got my Babyist highlighter. This is, and I've rubbed the name off. This is Becca Opal. We all probably have this from 55 years ago, approximately. And I love it so much. I am a fair girl. This is not great as a highlighter on me. I can use it, and I'll probably use it today, but it is a beautiful lid shade. It is a champagne, kind of a light gold, not very gold, but just a little bit, a touch of gold. And it is absolutely beautiful as a lid shade. It is how I've used this for a very long time, and I like it. I really do. This is the one I travel with. It is yet to break. I have a lot of full-size Becca highlighting items, and I don't travel with the large ones, and I've had a couple of them break in shipping to me, and so I'm not a fan of traveling, but I've traveled with this one, and it's because it's probably got that cheaper plastic packaging that I mean, it's as cheap as it can be, but it is absolutely stunning. There's even a tiny little mirror in it, and that works. Okay, we'll use that as highlighter today. Let's do just a little bit. It is dark. For me, it's dark, but it'll be okay. It still gives a beautiful shine. It's peachy a little bit when you get it sheared out, and it's really, really pretty. But it works. It absolutely works. Okay, so inner corner highlight is going to be it's so funny. It is a pigment that, I don't know if it's a pigment, it's a mineral eyeshadow. It's from a brand called Marsk. It's called Vanilla Frosting. It is white and reflective and beautiful. I believe I got it in an Ipsy bag back in the day when it was not even called Glam Bag. It was literally called Ipsy. And so that's how long it's been. We'll use a very, very, very small pointy brush. And it has a white base, but it's almost a rainbow reflect, like glitter. Y'all look at that. It is gorgeous. Could you use this as a highlighter? Yeah, probably. Let's do the tip of the, oh, that was a lot. We're going to blend that out. But it's so tiny, but you will never get through that. You will never, ever, ever get through that. Why would you? But it's absolutely gorgeous. It's an inner corner highlight. It's how I've used it. But it has some reflex that are really, really pretty that I enjoy. I have an eyeliner, a baby eyeliner. It's the Marc Jacobs, one of those highliners. I like this, but they are very expensive. And so I've only bought a couple, but this is in another shade. I don't know. Earthquake. He wrote it the other, he didn't, but you know. So it's a brown. So let's do a little bit of eyeliner. We'll maybe smudge it just a bit. Just go about halfway, and then we'll smudge it. It's an angled. And we'll smudge. It's more noticeable on one eye than the other. Of course it is. So now we have to go back. I'm telling you, y'all, this is like the theory of cutting your own bangs. It's winged eyeliner. It's pigmented eyeshadows. It can even be brows. You could be stuck in a loop all day long trying to make your brows even. So you either forgive yourself and move on, which is what I end up doing a lot of times, or you sit here all day and fix your brows. Okay, something funky as I got up close on my face. Something funky has happened near the outside of this eye. And I don't know if it's because I didn't get concealer all the way up, but let's tap that out in a minute. Let's tap that out. It's alright. It's okay. We're using samples. We're having a great time. Okay, if you wanted to, you could certainly tight line, waterline, lower lash line. I'm not going that route today. Oh, have we warmed these up? No. Y'all didn't remind me at the beginning to put this. Oh, let me try this with a mirror before I rip my eyelashes out. So there was an instance, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or so, that I'm not sure what happened, but I lost most of my eyelashes on one of my eyes. And so I was wearing some falsies and looking crazy for a little while, but they all grew back. I don't know what happened, but it was only on one eye. Does that ever happen to one of y'all? Just one eye gives up the ghost. My right eye has the more stubborn lashes. I mean, they're both stubborn, but the right eye needs to be curled 2 times. I do have a little baby mascara, even more baby than like the traditional, you know, sample size that you get. It was a MAC Cosmetics sample. They have a rewards program too. This is the False Lashes Extreme Black. Look how baby this is. It's teeny tiny. But it has like the full size brush. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay. Poor Gigi Georges is getting Her Day in the Sun today as my mirror. Gosh, that's pretty. This is a defining mascara, I think. It's not super clumpy at all. It's not very wet either. Heavens knows how long I've had this, but it has been unopened. I have a specific location where I put all the mascaras that I am not opening. I have 2, 4, 5 open, now 6 right now. And I try not to have that many open, but I just get so excited. I love new mascaras. Also, I like to give my mascaras time to kind of dry out. I don't love a super wet formula. I have hooded eyes, so it will transfer if I'm not careful. So I like a drier formula for mascara. That's not bad. Look how cute. That's not cute. Okay, let's blush. I have a baby blush. Now, they do have, I have seen sample blushes. It's like a card, and you peel off the top, and then you can try out the blush on a little card. I don't have one of those. But what I do have is a baby mini Dandelion from Benefit. It's one of their boxed blushes. Look how cute. They put a tiny little mirror in there in case you need to see. My brush is giant. It's just like Gulliver's Travels or something, but we're going to dandelion it up. This is a blush that I do enjoy a lot. It is very, very pale. I'm assuming that on a really dark skin tone it may appear ashy, but on me, I can go ham, and it's gorgeous. It smells good. I have one of the Benefit, big old palettes and this one was in it, and I have used it religiously. I love it. It's a beautiful blush. I usually take my blush or my bronzer across my nose. It's blush today. Okay. I love it. Okay, are we going to attempt the spray again? Are we? Do we dare? Okay, can I? There is a portion of this that is spritzing out giant globs. The rest of it is misting beautifully. So, I mean, I know it's a sample, that it's not supposed to be performing, well, I mean, I would assume it would perform the same, but the little stopper is not great. The little mister, whatever it's called. So we've probably got some globs, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. I have another Dior sample for my lips. I will pick up a high-end sample right now because I'm never going to buy it. These are the Dior Addict different. I have to hold it because, look, y'all have already dug in. The Dior Addict Stellar Shine, the Dior Addict Stellar Halo Shine, and the Stellar Gloss. So I've tried the Halo Shine. I keep it together with a little bobby pin so that I can use it again and again. Like, that's how luxurious you have arrived. Here, there's a Stellar Gloss. It's in 629 mirrored. It's this peachy, glittery glory over here. Urgh. Let's peel that back. Y'all, it came with a little tiny lip brush. Oh my gosh. And it's adorable and totally usable. So let's do 629. Come on, Gigi. Let's get her done here. Oh, hold on. Crazy foundation lips. Okay. Is it okay? Oh my gosh. Do I need a wipe for my lips? Hold. Good golly. I keep makeup wipes in my top drawer so that I can quickly grab one in case of emergency, i.e. right now. I've got a lot of stuff. Okay, there we go. All right, now, here we go. Well, this little brush is going to take forever, y'all. Five years later. All right, we're using our finger. That's pretty. It is gloopy galoppy, but it is not sticky. The Stellar Gloss in 629 mirrored. Yeah, okay, now I need a second bobby pin. I would use that again for sure. That's really pretty. Y'all, looking good with our face full of samples. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy that you were here today. If you wouldn't mind, give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. I try to record a few times a week. I am a newer channel, and so if you can help me get the word out, if you'd like to share this video, I'd appreciate it. But also take a look at some of my other videos, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.